the common things that people struggle with when they're first starting to kick is, one, they bend their knees far too much, and then therefore they're not maximizing the power of glutes, quads, hammies, and all the rest of it. But the other thing that people really struggle with is their ankle flexibility, and I see this all the time. Now, when say you and I swim and we can watch the underwater footage, our toes will be pointing away from where we've swum from, pointing at the wall that we've left, and lots of whip kicks, which, again, the body's connected, everything's connected. So we've got a floppy ankle, which really starts the power and and help that whip effect of driving us forward through the water. People that haven't got particularly good ankle flexibility, or people that aren't from a swimming background, time and time again, their ankles will literally be at right angle, or their feet will be pointing, like, I don't know where I can show this, but they'll be kicking like this, rather than a nice floppy flex ankle.
Exactly.
But people really need to think about how to start that leg kick from the floppy ankle. I'd say that's one of the first things. So floppy ankles and not over bending the knees. Now, one drill, trying to improve your front crawl kick, you can have a look and see how much you're bending your knees by holding a kickboard on your back. You could, cross it here, get on your back, and then get someone to have a look. When you're kicking as hard as you can, or whatever speed or pace you're kicking at, you can ask them to look at whether, and you can probably see for yourself, actually, to be fair, but are your knees popping out of the surface of the water? If they're popping out the surface of the water, you are bending your knees far too much. You've got to obviously have bend in your knee, but one of the common errors that we see is people over-bending their knees.
It's actually a valid point. And then a lot of people, how can I change it? First of all, it's the flexibility. Obviously, the goal is not for a runner or a triathlete to have as flexible ankles as I have it, because then he has problems on the running side. But there is always a limit until where he can go. One way which helps is usually kicking. That's why you look at it very funny when you say, I use fins in my training. I use different sizes of fins, like long fins or shorter fins. And actually, this is exactly for that, to get this whip factor, because it's a prolongation of your foot, and actually it will never get you. If you bend your knees too much, you won't get forward. There is no forward propulsion. If you bend it too small, if the movement is too small, the same thing happens. It will push you into the right angle, and that's why my trainings usually are set up that I do first fins, and then other tools I use at the beginning, and towards the end of my session I would actually lose all of this, and at the end of the session last interval set would usually be without all the helps. But I try to use what is important. For example, for the kicking with the fins, I would then use smaller fins in the next interval set, and then no fins in the other ones, and this actually helps you to get the movement right over the course of the training. And also that would actually help to solve the issues which you highlighted there, I think.
Yeah, I love using fins. I literally, exactly. It just you can. I mean, also the thing about fins, swimming with fins, is it's nice to feel swimming at speed. And practicing swimming at speed as well, right? So you're coming into a turn wearing fins much quicker. So you have to practice training, turning, doing a turn at race speed. There's, sure, you can do some stand-up swims and swim at race speed, but using fins also, it's good. It's good for the ego as well. It makes you feel good when you're swimming faster in the water. Wearing the fins is, we take all the positives that we can when we train.
Yeah, as I said, the kicks is important to learn how to swim and to improve your swimming over time. It is important to have a certain ankle mobility, and you have to keep an eye on that whip movement which you need to have. So the kick doesn't come out of your hips, of your knees. It comes out of your hips, and this is very important. And how to get there is two ways I know, and which I use to explain is: one, you do use fins. you go from longer fins to shorter fins to no fins, and you try to take the movement, because the fins will not allow you to kick too much or to bend your knees too much. So it will always a whip movement to actually get the propulsion. And the other one would be vertical kicks, and then actually move from vertical kicks and not try to stay stable. I mean, that I can do with also bending my knees, but vertical kicks to try to get your shoulders out, get even your belly button out if it's possible. It might be not, but to get that, or even try to stay as straight as you can and get into a front movement and then forward.
Yeah, do you know what? That's funny. This just shows how aligned our thinking is, because I didn't know what you were going to say then. And the thing that I was going to follow up from whatever you just said, I was going to say vertical kicking. Because I put a little video out the other day on vertical kicking. And, you know, there's no hiding in vertical kicking. If you are in the right, correct position and you're straight, keeping your body as straight as possible. You know, people try to cheat by doing like an egg beater kick or like a breaststroke leg kick or whatever.
Exactly.
But if you are doing a flutter leg kick and you keep that kick tight together and you're not bending your knees, it's really, really hard work. That's where you can literally physically see your ankle flexibility and how well that's coping.
Exactly.
And then the thing that I always love to add in as a coach is, say, for example, they are doing a minute vertical kick. They might have their arms across their chest like this. I will get them for the last 15 seconds to put their arms up in the air into a streamline position.
Oh, that's a good one.
Really, really makes them work hard. And they hate it, but they secretly love it because they know that they're getting the gains.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. And then, as I said, these are the two things which I think the most help to it. I think for now we leave it at that, and we continue the series. I think.
Yeah, good to chat, Marcus. We'll speak to you soon.
Thank you
See
so
you,
much.
bud.
Cheers.